these huge like Spanish creators started doing our song, and they have like 20 million followers themselves, and they were singing along to it, and we didn't know them, they didn't know us. They were just like the song.
Literally the biggest Latin influencers.
Yes, and they were just singing along to it.
My name's Adam, and this is about the four of you, your journey in music, and how you all got to where you are now.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Cool. So we'll start with you, Thais, since I know how to pronounce your name. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Miami. I was born in Miami, but I was raised in Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Okay. What was it like growing up there? What part? Actually, how close is that to Miami? I'm just curious.
Honestly, like 30 minutes, right? Like 30, 40 minutes. I really liked it. I really like the different cultures that are there. It's like a melting pot. So I love Florida a lot.
Okay. And how did you get into music? Do you have a musical household at all?
Actually, I don't, but I've always just had a passion and a love for music. So I've always just felt it in my soul. Actually, my aunt actually told me a story where she'd be like swinging me on the swing, and I'd be like, like I'd just be like, singing these little
humming,
humming these little melodies. And she told my mom, she's like, you need to get her into music. Like, I don't know why, I feel like she has this like love for music. And actually that's what my mom did, and she put me in like singing programs and singing academies, and that's where I started singing, I started dancing, and I started from there.
How early did she put you? Was it like almost immediately after you could speak that she throw you in music class?
No, actually,
Okay.
she did wait a little to see if I actually enjoyed it, because she didn't want to push anything on me. She didn't want to be like, I think you want music, so I'm gonna just put you in music. So she waited for me to be like, Mom, I want to do music. So I was about, I would say 9, 10 when I professionally started in a
Wow.
like that. And I actually started like performing around South Florida with my singing academy. So around South Florida, we'd perform at different like local venues and stuff like that. And that's the earliest that I remember like really performing.
Was it like just singing, obviously cover songs with your group? Okay.
Just cover songs and just just enjoying the audience and seeing how people react. It was really fun. I really loved the experience.
Okay. And then how did you eventually get to, joining the group and everything?
Well, actually, we all joined by an audition. So
Okay.
my audition process was that my vocal coach actually recommended me. So she was like, hey, I think you'd like this girl, so let's see if she works. So I actually flew out to LA for the audition, and I auditioned with a song, a dance, and she flew me out to see if we gelled well, because that was something that was very important for Vicky, our creator, and our label. And she was like, okay, like let's see if you gel well with the girls, so let's see, and let's see if you're good too, because I don't know. I was, and that's how I came into the group.
Wow. Did you know about the group, or were you guys already a group and then you needed another person, or was it all kind of being built at the same time?
It was all being built at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Very, very interesting. And so what were you doing prior to coming and joining the group? Were you just auditioning for different things?
Yeah, definitely auditioning for different things, seeing where my musical career could take off. And I came across this opportunity, and I was like, this couldn't be more perfect. Like a Latina girl group, Latina bilingual girl group. Let's go.
Sure. And you guys all write your own songs, right? Do all the production, right? And everything?
Yes.
That's so cool. That is so cool. All right, Melany, where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay. Are you all from Florida? I'm just curious real quick.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. And you didn't know each other prior to meeting in LA?
Well, actually, me and Thais did, but we had no idea we were going to be in the group together.
Okay, we'll get to that then. Awesome. So Melany, how did you get into music? Musical household at all?
Kind of. My mom loved writing music. She never did it professionally, but she always did it as a hobby, writing music, and all around the house listening to music every Sunday, playing music while cleaning the house. And I just fell in love with music ever since I was a little baby, I would always play the Britney Spears and J-Lo tour videos, and Shakira actually. And I would stand in front of the TV and copy all of their dance moves, sing all the lyrics. And my mom would just watch me, and my grandma's like, oh my God, like she's a performer. I was literally copying everything, putting on outfits to perform. And I started doing it professionally around 9 or 10. And I started performing also around South Florida with a different group. And then I
Okay.
performing on television shows on Telemundo and Univision.
Really?
I was a background dancer for a few artists as well, and that's how I started.
Wow. Okay. How did you get into Telemundo and all that?
I used to go to a dance studio where they would send me to a lot of auditions, and I would
Hmm.
start going to through different agencies. I would start going to auditions, and they would just choose people, and I ended up getting chosen a few times for like Latin award shows and Sábado Gigante and Premios Juventud. So that was really cool growing up.
That is cool. And then how did you meet Thais? I'm just curious.
So I sang on a show called Aquí Todos Ganan, and then a friend of mine competed on that show as well, and Thais was doing that season of it. So I was her background dancer, and I was like 9 or 10,
Yeah.
and Thais was
Because
10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, and we literally met, and ever since then we were literally like our families became friends. We would have sleepovers. We went to the same school in 6th grade. It's so funny. But like,
Oh,
we
wow.
never knew we were gonna be in the group together, because when I was chosen, I was flown out to LA, but Thais hadn't been. She didn't know about Thais yet, our label CEO. So
Hmm.
it was the three of us, and we were looking, for a fourth girl, but we weren't out debuted yet as a group. We were still, in development, and we were still trying to like complete the group, and so we were trying to find somebody. Actually, and Brie wasn't in the group either.
I wasn't in it either.
She wasn't in it either, but she was with us because she was writing like the music for us and stuff.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you weren't officially in the group, Brianna,
No.
yet. But it was Jenni and the three of you, minus Thais, were a collective, but both of you weren't officially in. And okay, was that why? I'm so. Was that why it's called Villa Dos? Then was there supposed to only be two of you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Means a dose of beauty.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. I grew up in San Diego. I didn't retain a whole lot of Spanish. I used to know a decent amount, and then now I've just lost it. That's one thing I really regret. That and not learning piano. Two biggest regrets.
Yeah.
So okay, so that's so fascinating. You two knew each other. Were you backup dancing for Thais, or you were just backup dancers together on the show?
No, so actually, we did a lot of jobs together, but it was like more separately. But it's funny.
Okay.
We did work a lot like with the same people.
Yeah.
It's so like when she was flown out to be in the group, she saw me at the airport and she's like, Melany, and I'm like, Thais. Yeah, it was crazy.
And at that point, Thais is like, I got this.
I was like, oh my God, someone I'm comfortable. Oh my God, because I'm super shy. So I was like, yes.
And she didn't know anybody. So
well, that must have been pretty reassuring or nice to be like, oh, okay, at least I know somebody here. How random though.
Yes. Very random.
That is so cool. All right, Jenni. So obviously we figured out that all of you are from Florida. What part of Florida are you from?
I'm from West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
An hour more north from Miami.
Okay, but you're all from what, the East Coast then of Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, no Gulf. Gotcha. So well, talk to me about how you got into music.
I actually, my first time ever singing or in a studio was at the audition. When I got chosen, because before the audition, I was more into dancing. Like my whole life, I always used to dance around the house and stuff. And my brother actually was huge into music. So he taught me a whole bunch of music theory growing up.
Wow.
I learned how to play piano, French horn, a little bit of the trumpet, because my brother's just really into music. So me and him used to just like spend hours watching music documentaries. But little did I know I was actually going to do music in the future. I had no idea because I was just solely into dance. And then when I heard about the audition, it was actually through the same agency that Melany's in. And I saw the flyer and it was like Latin girl group. And I was like, I dance, but I'm not really a singer like that. My friends were like, no, you sing. And I was like, not really. I've never sang in my life, like professionally. They're like, no, I hear you. Like, you actually could sing. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. What do I have to lose? Like, and during that time, I was actually kind of down because I would go to a lot of dance auditions and I never would get the auditions. I never would make the audition and be like, no, next.
So I was like, I don't even know if this is for me. So then when I got that call back, it was like a huge thing. I was like, oh my God, I actually got an audition. Like I burst out into tears. I couldn't even believe it. So
Oh, wow.
no, yeah, it was incredible. So yeah, when I got into the group and moved out here, my first time in the studio was with the girls. First time like writing a song, singing like that. And so it's been a journey, and it's been incredible just seeing how much, I could do that I didn't know I could do, learning a lot from the girls, and it's been really cool.
That is awesome. So it sounds like you were more on the instrumentation side of things. Like you could play instruments, but you weren't like actively singing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, because I don't play like I did it throughout middle school and high school, but I wouldn't say like professionally an instrument player.
Okay.
I would sing, but not like that where I take it professionally. Just kind of like on karaoke on YouTube, just
Sure.
for fun. It wasn't really like, oh, I could do this as a career.
What was it like being in the studio with them the first time? Was that overwhelming at all? Like, oh my gosh, I've never.
But
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't really know if I could sing, but it was actually pretty. It was like it felt comfortable. Like I was like it was something that I could see myself doing for a long time.
Okay. Very cool. And what about you, Brianna? Where are you born and raised?
Well, I was born in Miami, Florida, but I actually was raised. My life, I've been always kind of all over the place. So I was born in Miami, but like around 2, I moved to Orlando. And then when I was 7, I moved to LA. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you've been in LA for a while then.
Yeah. So I've been in LA for almost like 10 years, 11 years. And when I first moved out here, it was me, my mom, and my sister. And we moved in with this girl. We didn't know who she was, and her name was Victoria, and we moved in with her. And Victoria, she was dating at the time a guy named Tommy Brown. And to me, I didn't know who those people were. I just grew up with them. So they also were into music. So I grew up with them. So I went to the studio every day when I was like 7. And that's what my school was, basically. I grew up in the studio. So I would go to the studio every day with them, and they taught me how to write, how to produce, how to engineer my own sessions. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I loved it. And it's funny because now, like, those two people are like one of the biggest writers and producers of the industry right now. Yeah. They do all of Ariana Grande's stuff, and they work for really big people. And that's who I grew up with, and that's like who mentored me. So I've been doing music for a long time in my life. That's basically all I've been working on. And so that's going back to what Melany said. I wasn't in the group because my mom is actually the creator of this group. And
okay.
It's like a whole
everything's tying in.
It's like a little puzzle. So my mom is the creator of this group, and at the time I was 14 when she created it, and I wasn't supposed to be in the group because I was so young, and plus I didn't even think I was going to start my music career yet. I was just writing music. I was writing for other people. I was placing songs, and that's what I was focused on at the time. So then she was like, hey, Brianna, I have this idea to create this girl group. Like, will you like just like help me write the music and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sure, that's what I'll do. And so we audition. I like see all these girls. I'm like, they're so pretty. They all come. And I'm like here as a like 4th filler girl. And I knew I wasn't going to be in the group. I was like, yeah, I'm just filling in. Like, I'm just writing the music and I'm helping them like figure out harmonies and stuff. And I'm just filling in, and everyone would see us and be like, well, why don't you just put her in the group? And they were like, and then my mom was like, well, I don't know. She's so young, and I don't want to like throw her in a group. And then they were like 14 at the time. And they were like, no, just put her in the group. And then the girls are like, they literally had a whole serious conversation with Vicky. They were like, we've been thinking, we want Brianna in the group. Like, we think that she really matches as a 4th girl. And like they were trying to find the 4th girl, and they felt like no one could really gel just as much. And it's so funny because she brought us out to the backyard one by one on reasons why we want Bri in the group. We had torches with fire.
She's like, are you sure?
She's like, are you sure?
Guys, this is we're like, yes, because the chemistry just wasn't there. Like with other people, us 4, it just felt right.
Yeah.
Like the chemistry between us four was like, this is inseparable.
Because we were looking for a fourth girl, but nobody really like, you know, we didn't really gel well, or you know, but like Brie was always filling in. We're like, just put her in it because it's literally perfect.
Put her in, babe.
But you know,
Babe,
it
put her
works
in.
out. It works out. It all worked out. I'm about to turn 19, so we've been doing this for a little bit. And it's
Happy
exciting.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you guys have been doing this for what, almost 5 years then?
Yes.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Wow. Okay. So, well, I want to hear about this because Brie, you were like on the behind the scenes of this whole thing kind of coming together. So as your mom's like, okay, I want to start this girl group. I'm going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. How do you, who like, are you auditioning people and then you eventually grab who was first? Jenni?
Well, the first one that we chose was Jenni.
Mhm.
I remember the audition because I was at the audition, and I remember seeing Jenni, and she's just walking in with her big smile, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Jenni," and I just like knew, like when we saw her, I looked at my mom, was like, "That's her," and then my sister was also there for the audition process. She was like helping with the choreo and everything, and so it was just like it was just really cool to like see the girls come, and then like they get flown to LA, and it's just like all kind of put together, and like it's like gonna work, you know. And
Right.
Also, Vicky, her mom had auditions in Miami, LA, Orlando, and New York.
Yeah.
So this is like she went on a whole road trip, literally
It was a whole
across the
thing.
country, and Brie went with her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you were like doing touring around the country trying to find this group.
Yeah.
That must be pretty validating for the three of you. Like, wow, you know, we made it through all of these,
Yeah,
these
we
people.
saw many girls, and it just like it was kind of cool too that they were all from Florida, and like I was even from Florida. Like it just kind of like worked perfectly.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. And then the fact that Melany and Thais like already knew each other prior to that. I mean, that's just like so crazy.
Are somehow connected.
Literally,
Yeah.
Some simulation going on there with that. Yeah.
And I have the same vocal coach, so that's how we're connected. And then them two
Prior to knowing them?
prior to knowing them.
Yeah.
And then them
Whoa.
would always do like jobs and
Yeah, we were in the
dance
same
and stuff.
agency, and
Like dance
like we
jobs
would
and
like
stuff.
cross paths, like see each other, but we never like spoke.
It's crazy. It doesn't.
Yeah, no, it is.
That is so wild. Okay. And then, well, last question on the formation here. So it was the four of you, but Brianna wasn't in the group yet. And how many people were you auditioning through before the conversation of let's just put her in the group? What like
There was like 3 girls that came in.
Yeah,
three
the
or four.
final
Three.
four.
Yeah, 3 or 4
about.
girls
Yeah.
that like switched my place. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Yeah, it was
different.
a final four.
Yeah.
I would say.
Wow. And then now it's all solidified. So 5 years ago. And then how does it start then? Okay, we got the group. What, did you have some songs that you had already written, Brianna? And then you just have to teach it to them. And then like, tell me like what kind of started the ball rolling?
Great part about it is that because I was filling in as a 4th girl, I would actually do the demos. So all my vocals are already on it. So
Oh, that's convenient.
I know. I was like, okay, I'm good. But yeah, some songs were previously written, and then like because my mom really wanted her artists to be kind of like
Hands-on.
self-sufficient and like
Well
very
rounded.
hands-on with their artwork,
Mhm.
she wanted them to learn how to write as well. So we even did like a writing camp. Like we like did a whole bunch of songs. Like I knew some of them like wrote like here and there, but like I really helped them like learn how to like write music and just like show them like everything I knew because I was still young, so I was still learning myself. But everything
Right.
I knew that I could teach them and like how to do music and everything. And so we had a couple songs that we were recording. I think we had a whole year before we came out of development.
Yes.
Before being
Mhm.
out on social media, before being out on anything, we had to make sure our relationship and music and like everything was just solidified.
That's smart. I mean, you don't want to just come out the gate and then either have one song and then people are like hyped and then it's like, okay, now what? Oh, let's go figure it out. Hold on.
Exactly. And we just wanted to make sure like we didn't want to like go out and like switch girls and do this and be already out as a group. We wanted to make sure we were like good.
Yeah.
So that
like
was just
concrete.
yeah.
And she put us through a 6 months program as well of training, like where we just honed in on choreography. We did like percussion, we learned piano, we learned even congas. Like it was crazy. And we just really gelled in that process as well. So that helped our relationship as well. Yeah.
Wow. Was that difficult, a little boot camp that you guys had to do?
It was honestly the choreography aspect. We would have to get up like at 7:30, and then rehearse for 8 hours
and work out,
and then have to do homework on top of it because we were still like high school students. As well.
I was in my senior year of high school
and college.
Oh wow! Oh, you're in your senior year. Was that hard to leave your school, or was you like, I'm out?
Well, actually it was right after junior year, so it was in the summer when I was called, and I flew here in summer. I didn't tell any of my friends, my family obviously but I didn't tell any of my friends. So when I was started posting that I was in LA and stuff, everyone was like, you're in LA, so you're not coming back? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, you didn't tell anybody. I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh man,
I thought I was gonna come back at some point, but I guess not. So
no, sorry, I'm out. That's awesome. Well, what was it like? So you finally put out your first record, and were you guys like how was that feeling putting out your it's your first song, first body of work, and then some of you even your first song ever?
No, the first song that we released, we went through a trial on our first performance. So we performed it because we were doing a school tour, because she also wanted to see how we perform and how the audience reacts to us for. And our first show on the school tour, we performed a song and we're like, this is our unreleased song, we don't have any music out. And when we performed it, they started singing along to it because it was like a chorus that repeats. So they were all singing along to it. We're like, oh my God, the song isn't even released. And they're like, where can I find this song? And we're like, this is crazy. And that was our first song ever.
Yeah, Comfortable. It was our song, Comfortable.
We actually
wow.
They asked for it again, and we were like, let's go. Keep it in your mind.
No, it was
you said you were doing different schools? Like what schools were you doing? Was it colleges or high schools or?
Yeah, high schools, middle some middle schools, but like we went
did
around
2 colleges.
We did 2 colleges as well.
That's cool. That must have been cool for the kids. So like a assembly or something?
Yeah,
like
basically.
lunchtime.
They would like set up a whole performance basically. And they would just bring all the kids and bring them into the cafeteria or like the, what is it called?
Auditorium.
That's cool. Well, where were you all when you're probably in LA, I would think, when COVID happened, and how did that affect the group?
Actually, no. Well,
we're in for a story.
Right before COVID, in February of 2020, we flew to Dominican Republic to shoot 6 music videos. So we were out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were in the middle of production. We were literally shooting music videos for our EP Suelta. We were shooting a music video for every single song. So when we finished all the music videos, literally like March 12th, we saw the news that COVID was spreading, and
like, what's COVID?
Yeah, we're like, what's going on?
Because we were in Dominican Republic on the island, so we're like,
what's COVID?
What's happening? Yeah, literally, like we're like, what's COVID? And it's crazy because in January I kind of saw something, and I was telling the girls about it. I was like, there's an illness called COVID, and it's spreading. So like
we did not think it would get this big.
And it went, it got.
No one did, right? I remember the first time I heard about it, I saw an article that I thought was just like some fake news article that said like, or it was like Corona beer is not the cause of coronavirus, and I'm like, what? Like I don't even know what this is.
Oh my God.
And then 2 months later, I'm sitting in my house for 2 years. Like it was so crazy.
Insane for sure. So we flew back home, the 3 of us, and Bree stayed in DR with her family
because we were going just to stay like as one more week as a vacation. So we were staying as a vacation. We were like, I'll meet you guys in like a week, right? And then the airport closed, and then all the the flights got canceled, and then I was staying in an Airbnb for like 3 months, and I was like, I'm stuck in an island. I literally. I literally couldn't fly back to the US. Like I was stuck in DR for like how long?
Like 3 months.
3 months.
3 months
Yeah.
until the girls could fly, because they just decided to come to DR after. And yeah.
And then we flew to
Whoa.
DR, and then we were in quarantine with her.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
my like family bought a house in DR, and then like we just kind of stayed there.
Yeah.
A few of you are from or have roots there, right? Or
Yes.
family there? Or okay. And do you have family that still live there, or just roots there?
Different
Yeah.
parts, like
Oh, did you see any of them like while you were there? That's pretty cool.
yeah, I did actually.
Well, my uncle lives 7 hours away. He literally lives on the other side of the island, so I haven't seen him there yet. But
Okay, got you. That makes sense. Okay, so then you get back from. So that record, that EP you put out, was already done. Then you're just shooting the videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all out actually on YouTube.
Yeah. Now they're all out.
Right, but I mean, we're talking like. So when did that record get complete? 2019.
We released it. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a video for each one. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
every
we did a
single
video
one.
for each one. So it was a process, as in like coming out.
Oh, like single by single. You did it that way. Got it. It wasn't like here's the whole record.
No, yeah.
Exactly. We had a couple of
Okay.
singles before the actual EP.
Yeah.
So.
And then the EP
Smart.
coming out 2021.
Okay. And you had a massive song on TikTok, right? Billion people have seen it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Like that was so.
A billion. Can you even? I can't even fathom that number.
It's crazy.
1 billion. Aren't there only like 7 billion people on this planet? Like
Yeah.
literally a seventh of them have seen your video.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
That's so wild. So how does this thing happen? And like it goes up on TikTok, and how quickly do you see it just go crazy?
Well, that's the thing. So the EP came out. Simiyamas was like, it was doing good, but it wasn't the top song. And we were just like, okay, we want to do something because we feel like the song has really good potential. Yeah. And so ourselves, we did a transition video that we created of us like with no makeup and like our ex is calling, and then we look down and then we're like color coordinated matching outfits. Yeah. And we just were like singing along to the song. And it got literally like 2 million in one day.
Everyone started
In
doing
one day?
2 million views in one day. We're like, oh, this is doing good.
So we said, let's do it again.
We did it again.
Let's keep doing it.
3 million. Then they went the next one, 6 million. Then we were like, oh, these are going viral. Yeah. And so people just, I guess, really liked the trend and felt like it resonated with them. So like people just started doing it. Like out of nowhere, like these huge like Spanish creators started doing our song, and they have like 20 million followers themselves, and they were singing along to it, and we didn't know them, they didn't know us. They were just like the song.
Literally the biggest Latin influencers.
Yes, and they were just singing along to it, and it like, I guess it really just like kind of popped off on itself. Like we didn't even expect it like at all.
Yeah, it was so cool to see the numbers just flow up every day.
Yeah.
It actually went up big in France too, right?
Yeah,
it did.
I guess because they could kind of understand what we were saying. They created their own like trend in France as well.
Really? Yeah, because it's kind of similar, right? When it comes to the language.
Yeah.
And
wow.
They were saying it like translated to the same thing. Maybe I could be wrong, but they could understand what we were saying. So like it became really big out there. A lot of our streaming from it is from France.
Wow. Shout out to France. That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Well, like you said 2 million in one day. Like I would imagine that all of you have your account on your phone, right? The TikTok, I mean, access to this account. Yeah. And what, like, how do you have the notifications on? Like, what happens? Your phone just like blows. I mean, I couldn't even imagine.
No, we did
it just explodes. You had to go buy a new one. Like,
so for
like
group account, we literally have to turn off the notifications because they just like literally keep going, and your phone will literally crash if you keep them on.
Yeah.
I know. It's like you go on, and it's like you have 1 billion notifications.
Oh, I know. That's so cool.
It is incredible.
That is nuts. And then you see it all kind of translate over to, because on Spotify has a ton of plays too, like a couple million, over almost 3 million.
Yeah. And
so you're watching that just kind of grow at that point?
I honestly kind of feel like I underestimated the power of TikTok, to be honest. because I didn't realize how it really translates into Spotify. I didn't realize that you could go viral like your song from TikTok.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
It's so nuts. And what's I think the coolest thing about TikTok is that a lot of people that are on it, I mean, from what I gather, you're not necessarily, it's not like Instagram where the only people that are seeing your stuff are people that follow you, unless maybe you like, no one goes to that like explore page, not nearly like they do to the For You page.
Oh, yeah.
So if a lot of people are just scrolling through trying to watch content that the algorithm and TikTok's already feeding them anyway, like, oh, you'll probably like this. And then it's, you know, you see all these new people are getting eyes on your video. That's crazy.
Literally.
Yeah.
How do you follow that up? Like, are you like, oh man, this is working? Like, do we push the next song out? Like, is it like, we got a group, we got to figure this out?
We are independent, so it is like you know, it's a hit or miss. So we try to really think as a team with Vicky alongside as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, okay, we got to really strategically plan how we're going to roll out these next few songs, because, you know, we do want to go viral. We do want to be known for our music. So we kind of all sit together and we're like, okay, now is when we release this. Now is when we do this. Now is when we do this. Because it's only us 5 basically with our team as well. So.
Wow. Okay. And then, like I said earlier, or asked earlier, if you engineer everything, you write your own songs, and the whole thing just kind of comes. Are you doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff still, Brianna? Like when it comes to running consoles and all that?
As for writing everything, these girls are also talented, so thank God, like they helped me even with the writing. And so like we all write the music. Our next album is all written by us, and even it's cool because it's my first time like co-producing certain songs, so I'll be co-produced on like certain songs on the album, and it's really cool. It's honestly it's so inspiring to see like these girls like be so like involved in their talent and like just be so good at it and just like know what to do.
And her being so young, she's just
Her
incredible.
well. Oh
she
my
is
goodness.
so talented. So
And you've got to watch them. Guys get to watch her grow up. I mean,
Yeah.
from 14 on, but she's also got to watch you grow as musicians and songwriters. Like, how cool.
yeah.
It's
So a lot of obviously the songs, a lot of them are in Spanish. There's some English worked into the songs. The new song is called Bite. And is that all in English? Not all in English.
Just a little. There's some Spanish in there.
There is.
Spanglish.
Yeah.
Spanglish.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, tell me about the song.
We haven't even talked about it yet.
This
This
is
is
our
our
first
first
time.
interview talking about this song. Like no one knows.
Okay. Well, I want to hear all about it then.
Like
Just-
how much can we?
since I'm the first, go ahead. This floor is yours.
Yeah. So Bites. Oh my God. This is Melany's favorite.
This is my
Yeah.
favorite song by us, like I think almost ever.
I mean, it was such an unexpected song in a way.
Yeah.
I remember Vicky, she was just like, you know, I want you guys to make a rap song. And we're
Yes.
like, huh? She's like, yeah, I want you guys to make a song that just feels pop, but also rap and just belladose. And we're like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? So we were in DR and our producer was there. He flew in, Jaden. And we went to the studio. We planned to go to the studio at 5. So we're like, okay, today we're going to make a new record. We go at 5. And literally this is when we wrote Bite and he produced Bite. And literally we spent the whole night until 9 a.m. the next morning. We literally left the studio at 9 a.m. the next morning because we spent that whole day literally just writing the song.
Yeah.
we were so into it.
We were
We gotta
so
finish
into
it.
it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta finish it.
And then it was good. It was really good. And then Vicky came in. She's like, okay, I want you guys to create it and make it like different. And like, how would belladose do it? Like, spice it up. And then we were like, okay. So Jaden was like, all right, let me do my thing. He went in and like we created this pop rock rap sound.
Yeah.
I don't know how it came, and it was just something that we all felt really passionate about, and like we
Literally.
loved it, and like the electric guitar and just like the drums and all that stuff. We felt like amped. We were like, yeah, this is it. This
And
is dope.
I remember Jaden, you know, he was doing his thing and I took a little nap because it was really late. And then when I woke up, it was like 5. And then when I woke up, I heard like, you know, what he added. And I was like, oh, guys, this sounds amazing.
And we were like,
oh,
really?
like,
sure.
I've been
fresh
hearing all
ears.
night. I don't know if it's that good. Like, I was like, is it?
I was like,
really
guys,
good?
this sounds so good. Wait, I don't want to hype it up too much.
Right, don't have it up too much.
I don't want to hype it
No,
up.
do it. Wow. Okay, so you go in 5. You said 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Five.
Nothing, just an idea, and then you're like working, and it's just doing. Okay, we can't leave. Got to finish it, and then at 9 the next day, the next day, it's what, complete? It's ready?
Yeah.
Or the song's just written?
Yeah.
It was his last day.
Wow.
We had to finish it. Like, we had no choice, or we didn't have the song. So we were like, we have to finish it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. And then did you do a video for the song as well?
Yes.
We actually.
There, the same week or the same time frame? Oh, okay.
We had some planning. We did it in Miami, so that was really
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, we shot it a few weeks ago. So
A few weeks ago.
Right, I'm like, I don't know how much I can say of
I
it, but
But it's awesome.
Oh
my
so
God, it's dope.
like,
It's my favorite video we have out. So
honestly,
Yeah.
well, it's my favorite video we've done.
not out yet.
not out, but
Well, it might be out when
When this comes out, right? It might be out.
Yeah, let's hold it. What's the video about?
We can say.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, go ahead,
Oh,
Jenny.
sorry.
Tell me about the shot in Miami. So near where all of you or a lot of you grew up.
Yes, it was actually done at a high school.
Yeah.
And
No way.
yeah, it's really cool. So we
At your high school? Wait, whose high school? Or just a high school?
actually a few of my friends went there.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, yeah,
So at a high school, did you? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
very good. And we can I say what we are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're actually 4 cheerleaders, and it's funny because we had picked out a color for our outfits, and we're like, oh, what if we do purple? And then when Vicky had went and got in the school, so when she showed us the school colors were purple.
Yeah.
The same color that we picked for our uniforms. So we're like, oh, so this is meant to be. This is perfect. And basically, we're like 4 cheerleaders, and basically the whole music video, it's like us as undercover vampires.
We're blood-sucking
We're
monsters.
blood-sucking monsters, basically. So in the whole video, you just see us kind of like lure in people, like we kill boys, but then Melany kills a girl. It's just a whole storyline. The music video is a movie from top to bottom.
Watch it.
So
I
you have to
mean,
watch.
it's kind of I will say it's kind of based off of Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, it's inspiration.
Okay.
It's like one of the influences of the music video itself. That's one of my favorite movies. So I was like, yo, we gotta do this.
Mhm.
And it was just so cool because it like we didn't expect it to be as good as it is.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. You can't wait.
That is, yeah, that's so cool. Well, you said the colors were purple. Did you just end up using their school's cheerleading outfits, or you actually had to get your own?
Custom made them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool though. Wow. Where are you cheering at an event in the video, like a football game or something?
Oh,
Maybe.
just
maybe.
kidding. No.
Oh. Okay.
We gotta take you guys to the
Yeah.
YouTube link. So.
Did you have to learn cheer moves, or did you guys kind of already have those?
We did.
Had any of you cheered before?
Actually,
No,
our choreographer that works with us, Julian, he actually is a huge like cheer teacher. I don't know what it's like, cheer instructor.
Yeah, cheer
Cheer coach?
Yes.
Besides dancing, so he like does that as well. Like he does tumbling, he does all of that. So it was really cool because this was kind of his element. He was like, "Oh, we're doing a cheer thing. This is me. This is like I know how to do this."
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
actually my like childhood dream to be a cheerleader,
Me
but I was
too.
always too shy,
Me too.
so I didn't do it.
I just
But
didn't go to high school.
Now I'm doing it in the music video.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't. I mean, dancing and all that, it just wasn't. You had the courage to get on stage and dance and sing and everything, but not
You know
be a
what?
part of the cheerleading collective.
She's a little shy.
Yeah.
She won't even ask the waiter for a straw. Okay.
Okay.
Who do you have to ask the waiter?
She
Brianna?
she'll ask me or Jenny.
Yeah. Or
Okay, you were Jenny.
To
Whoever's
the
like
talents.
closest.
Yeah.
You know.
Whoever's closest. Okay.
A straw, please.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for doing this. This has been so cool to learn about how the group was formed and how fascinating. You were so young when it started, Brianna. Like, this has been amazing.
I know, it's been awesome. It's been a beautiful ride. For sure.
Very cool. Well, I have one more question, but I want an answer from all of you individually, if that's cool. I'll start. On my screen, it's left to right. So, Brianna, do you have any advice for aspiring artists?
I think my best advice I could give is to, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but like to never give up, because I've noticed with this type of industry or any industry, it's just all with time, because it takes a while to like be good at your craft, and it takes a while to like learn what you're meant for. So basically just be patient and like know where you come from, and always stay humble and always be grateful, because people, like, be grateful for people that help you, because you know, a lot of people help us, and I'm so grateful, because like, you know, even us not like having enough funds, or you know, not being able like having enough followers or whatever, people still help us and still believed in us. So I'm really grateful for them, and so always stay humble. That's my biggest
I love it.
advice.
Thaisa, how about you?
I would say to just really work on your craft. Like, don't ever stop learning. Like, you can always be more, you can always do more, you can always work harder. So don't get comfortable. Like, don't be like, okay, I'm cool. Like, no, it's okay, I won't learn. No, learn everything, because knowledge is power. So that will be your advantage. So be great.
I love that. I love it. How about you, Jenni?
I would say, if I give them advice, to not doubt yourself. Don't ever think like, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know if I could really hit that note, or if I could do this. So I would, don't doubt yourself, and also don't be afraid to try new things. For new artists, like if you're in the studio, and you know, don't ever be afraid. Like if the producer tells you do this, don't ever say I can't. You know, say I could do it, and always just don't doubt yourself. Believe yourself.
Love it. Love it. All right, Melany, I know you have to like not say what the other three already said, so you probably have the most difficult job.
I just think always read your contracts and agreements. Always make sure that what you're signing is right, because I know, you know, a lot of artists sadly get stuck in, you know, bad contracts and stuff. So I say read everything. Make sure that whatever, you know, you sign, you make sure that it's right for you and it's what's best for you.